and try to remember what the fuck I was doing last time I played Shadow Man, approximately 2 weeks ago. Which, I'll be honest, is not great in the grand scheme of things. Let's think for a moment. What was I doing? Why did I come over here? There was a gate over here that I really wanted to access, but I don't remember exactly how it went. We're still looking for a few different upgrades that I don't have yet, like being able to go through certain plates in the ground. And we're still missing an important part of the, like... are we missing that? Yeah, we're missing one of the important parts of the solar cycle that would allow us to otherwise be able to do some interesting things in the real world. I don't think this is where I really need to be. So I think we're actually just going to fast teleport out of here, having goofed around for a little bit. Use the teddy bear. Alright, where are my options? Shed on Piston, Dark Souls, Retractor, Dark Souls, find 3 Dark Souls, find Dark Souls, find Dark Souls. I feel like this is where I should be. Either the Morrow Gates or the Prophecy Chamber, since I really would like the Eclipser. It's not ideal, but let's run with it. Hello, all of the things that are immediately around me and I don't want them around me. But apparently this is where I should be if I want to get the item I'm actually interested in. These guys can't jump, so I don't need to worry too much about them now that I have the high ground. My geography proves superior as always. Nifty. Alright, let's figure out where we're going. I need the last elemental Eclipser to be able to go and use my Shadow Man powers in the real world, as opposed to my terrible powers, which include a single gun in the real world. So it's kind of important to me, to be honest. I have the ability to rat a drum, which hasn't really come up much. Let's try going back this way and see if we can find anything fun. Oh, what's up, Mayro? How you doing? We're currently trying to figure out what the fuck we're supposed to be doing in this game. It does give you good hints, but ultimately, it's up to the Shadow Man to figure out what you need to do. I'm not going to say I kind of want to play Hotel Mario, but I kind of want to play Mario in general. Alright, I don't think I actually went beyond this. I vaguely remember finding this, but never actually exploiting it. So let's push this thing. Once I find the push this thing button. Okay, I know there's a way to push this thing. I just don't actually know what the button is. Use Shadow Blade? That would make it easier. I'm actually kind of annoyed that I don't remember what the button is to actually push things. Been like 2 weeks since I last played this, and I have definitely forgotten something. I have the ability to push these kind of walls. It is definitely in my wheelhouse. I just don't know what button it is on my controller. Fine, just Mario World fiddling right now. Other than being confused, I'm very confused, honestly. That's kind of the problem right now. Well, I'll nuke these things, because they have no purpose. A particular thing I need to do for this? Oh, man, I'm pissed off. I did this last time. Only 14 buttons on an N64 controller. You're not wrong. Okay, I'm actually annoyed. I might just look this up. Shadow Man Remastered push. None of this is helpful. I thought I just kind of ran into these things to push them, but apparently that's not the right way to go about it. Alright, how about controls? Right, here we go. Maybe the keyboard controls will enlighten me. Nope, need JavaScript to be enlightened? I guess not. I have never actually pressed B, apparently, because I don't remember him doing this. That uses his offhand. Holding Y doesn't change anything. I think Y just puts away and brings out your items. I am feeling pretty dumb, to be honest. This is like one of the 3 things I have the ability to mess with, and I cannot actually push this thing, and I'm very vexed. Temple of Fire, Toucher, maybe that's it. Okay, Gad is definitely the right thing I'm looking for. Amplifier Toucher. I don't care about the music. Maybe I just don't remember how this actually works. Maybe this is not the way it works, this particular obstacle. I spent a decent amount of time humping this wall, and I don't think it's going to help at all. We'll come back if it matters, I guess? I don't know, I feel kind of bad about it, because I feel like that's got to be where the Eclipser might be. But ultimately, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time humping a wall where I don't think I'm actually going to make any progress. Maybe we can find another wall, a push wall that I can actually push. Because I've tried all the buttons on my controller, and none of them worked. So let's take a moment and look around and try to figure out where we're supposed to go. It's in this area. Nah, the push walls are bugging me. I really feel like that must be where I need to go. Because if we're assuming this area is actually the place of interest, unless, actually, there's an option I haven't considered. Put out the baton and then go over to here and stab this thing. Okay, let's do that. Is that the wrong item? Maybe this is the baton? Let's make it for trying to use the circle. Baton, thank you. That's not the baton thing I am currently staying in front of. I know there's a baton thing right here, near here. But I don't remember where it is. That's the problem with this game, is I just don't remember where all the things are. There's a lot of things I need to remember. Maybe I go through here, and then there's another convex area. Yeah, there we go. This is where the baton part is. Thump. Alright, now with the power of walking on lava, I can at least visit this area and figure out what I'm supposed to do. I'm at 88, so that's a lot of heart things. If I find another 11, I can actually go forward and get another heart container. That's nice. There was another gate that I wanted to try out. That was another thing on my list. There was a spot where there was a gate that I wanted to try and access, but it wasn't around here. But this is interesting enough. Maybe not. I don't have access to this gate right now. I don't think... What, that's 7? Yeah, it's 7. I don't have enough Dark Souls to 7. So this is not useful, but we can always try. It doesn't actually hurt to try. It just caused my character a little bit of pain. Oh. I have enough Dark Souls to 7. Let's just do that then. Okay, fine. What's this? I got all the Eclipsers. I got the lame one, too. Alright, so I guess this was the place I needed to be. I ought to visit Nellie? Oh, no shit. You gotta go to Nettie. We're going there right now. So with the final Eclipser, I should have access to my Shadow Man powers.
I've reached this world, but when I cross over from the asylum, it's always daytime life side, and I'm gonna need my powers as Shadow Man to truly kick their asses. Maybe I should just hang back and wait for nightfall, which ain't easy because the five are after my blood.
No use hanging back, Mike. The prophecy's upon us, and with every hour, we're drawing closer to its terrible conclusion.
Well, if I can't use my shadow powers on the five, we're screwed.
Not yet. Your esteemed predecessor, Maxime St. James, once spoke to me of L'Eclipser, the bringer of night, an ancient blade said to release the shadow into the world of men. You already have this blade. Give it to me. Lay down, Mike.
I thought you'd never ask. Is, this gonna hurt much?
Yes.
I thought so. Try and be gentle with me.
Oh boy.
Bringer of night, L'Eclipser, release the shadow into the world of men.
This is an animation.
The loom,
A little suspect.
the lamb, the power that binds. And the sorceress fell into a deep trance, her powers exhausted, and a shadow did fall upon the world of men.
Oops.
The prophecy is fulfilled.
Agneta!
It is done. Seek out the five, destroy them and the evil that controls them. I must sleep.
Apparently stabbing me took all of her out of me. Like, she is literally useless now because she stabbed me once. On the bright side, I can now shoot these dogs. Which makes all of this worthwhile, I guess. It's amazing how this kind of thing works. But yeah, I have the access to my Shadow Man powers now, which is really important, as opposed to simply, hey, wait a second, what's that? Put the baton in my right hand. Let's see what this does. This must be a room that has something of value in it, like a Dark Soul or something, maybe. Hello, Dark Soul. You monster. I mean, I was shooting those dogs with a gun before. I feel like shooting them with the shadow gun is mildly more kind. It's a small, very small difference, but you know, something better. But yeah, the dogs are just going to assault me until I murder them, so it kind of sucks. It's unfortunate to play Ultimate ATF Simulator, but here we are. The other value of doing this is I no longer have to breathe air, and as such, I can actually swim in the water up ahead here. So we got that going for us. Hooray, water. Because before, I mostly just spent my time dying of oxygen deprivation. Okay, is there anything else down here? Like, I feel like there's got to at least be a couple things. I guess we can actually see if there's a couple things down here. 19, 1 of 8. Oh my. There's definitely stuff in this area. Game makes it quite clear on that point. Did not mean to press that button, but, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. Alright, let's see what we can find underwater here. In the not-quite-so Shadowlands. One free heart? Was that a... Nope, that was not a Dark Soul. Just wanted to check how the start menu worked. It's been a little bit. It's not ideal, I will admit. Oh, it's so nostalgic. This is where I first drowned. Oh, so long ago. Oh, so very, very long ago. I'm not really seeing much in the way of, like, useful shit here. Yeah, okay. Wait, hold up. Hold up. This is outside. Oh, I ended up here before. I think I got ate by an alligator. I'm not terribly interested in getting ate by an alligator. But, you know, it's still worth visiting, I guess. Quick look around. Yep, there's the alligator. Hey. And a dog that chased me all the way from that intro screen. And another dog. Alligators be tanky. As opposed to the dogs who explode into gore. I am unconvinced this was a useful use of my time. Wandering this way. But we're still gonna at least follow this for a bit. See what we get. It's not like we have anything better to do, to be frank. I think mostly I've actually kind of explored this area before. The game kind of forced you through it. But I'm not really sure I did it adequate justice. Or this might be a new area that I'm exploring right now that is not exactly on the beaten path. Not complaining, mind. Nice to have an opportunity to get more Dark Souls. I'm going to need a lot of Dark Souls to finish the game, I think. I haven't conclusively proven it, but my guess is I'm going to need the vast majority of the Dark Souls to actually finish the game. Which means that if I spend time exploring around, it's not really wasted time by any means. Have I been here before? I feel like I've been here before. This game has a very large area to explore, and I think I've been here before. If not, then we'll just kind of deal with it. But this does not seem exactly familiar. It's really hard to tell at this point. I don't remember fighting this many dogs, if nothing else. There's a lot of dogs. Greet Shadow Man, watch, thank, Dark Soul, Metroid Prime, but edgy Tattoo Man, walk and run and gun and swim. Superpowers, janky buttons, Superman 64, but good now on Windows Special Edition, boss fight victory, soon bellissimo, MO deep into the dark heart of darkness. Voodoo, Irish game design, questionable, hello, good luck. How you doing, Hawaluta, and what the hell was all that shit? It was an awful lot of things, all at once. But, ooh, I can see inside. There's something in the boat. Come to the back of the boat! Can I get into the boat? I'm not sure. Describing Shadow Man. Thank good luck. God spoke through him. Well, thank you for the good luck, Hawaluta. How you doing? I'm glad you're not having a stroke, to put it mildly. Yeah, I thought exploding this might work. Alright, after this, we're going to go to the summer camp of the damned. Because I think that's where I need to go next. Unless I get enough hearts to actually go and claim a heart container. In which case, we'll do that. But we will see shortly. I'm also not really sure where I'm going. I kind of got distracted and ended up inside of this boat. Hey, stop eating me. Good. Game still being good? Oh, it's pretty good. Like, I can't complain too much. I haven't really gotten started again. And I'm trying to remember what I was really up to last time. And it's, you know, been like 2 weeks since I played this game. So it's taken a little bit to remember what I was doing. On the bright side, I found 2 Dark Souls so far, so I can't complain too much. I mean, I can, but I won't. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good reason why I shouldn't just go to the summer camp of the damned now. Yeah, I went through this area. I'm just doing a loop now. Yep. Okay. Time to go to summer camp of the damned. Temple of Prophecy, no. Asylum, no. Summer camp. There we go. We don't need real bullets anymore. We have soul bullets. I'm also going to save my game since progress has been made in at least some mildly serious capacity. And we'll get to listen to a little bit of Reveille. Alright. Now, the problem I had last time was twofold. One, there were alligators eating me. Two, I cannot breathe underwater. Now, being Shadow Man, I don't need to breathe underwater. So, problem solved on one front. Do I have 10,000 bullets? Probably not, but I have a relatively large but finite number of bullets, which should be good enough for this area. Gonna check out the underwater section first before we surface. Alright. Got some options. Got some irritating options. Get back up there. There we go. Finally. Complete and utter pain in the butt. Getting him to convince him to actually stand on the solid ground. Okay. Let's continue, as the plot demands, through the summer camp of the damned. Can you eat the bullets? No. How does it feel being an hour into the future? Am I an hour into the future already? Good? I thought that happened at 2 a.m. It's not quite 2 a.m. yet. And I got ate by an alligator and didn't notice. The good news is I know what I'm doing mostly, so it's probably fine. $5 a.m. here. Fair enough. Is it not 2 a.m.? It's a little bit before 2 a.m. in my time, according to my thing. 5 a.m. in there. 6 a.m. haven't slept. Thanks, Twitch. Yep. I think I have about 5 more minutes before the future catches up to me. So it'll happen very soon, but hasn't happened yet. Which occurs to me, I was thinking I'll do a 3-hour stream, and I'm realizing that might not be as realistic as I previously thought. We will see how it works. On the bright side, because y'all reminded me that it's that day again, I'm not going to be confused when it happens. Which is at least an upside compared to many of the years where I've been confused when it happens. Alright. Oh, damn it, alligator. 10:57. No DST there. I'm in the past or the future. I believe Max is in the future, being that he is in the Polish time zone. Not that I'm exactly certain which time zone the Polish time zone is, but he is in it. DST is happening today in about 2 minutes for me. And I'm looking forward to it, actually. Because while I lose an hour of sleep and I lose an hour of stream time, which, you know, both kind of a drag, I will, in fact, gain an hour of sunlight for the next, you know, non-trivial amount of time. And that's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, I'm going to save because I'm tired of dying to this alligator. Well, good call on my part. UTC +1? Okay. Like I said, I just don't actually know the time zones in Europe. Something I probably should learn a little bit better, but just something I'm not aware of. Could you please just... How is he so bad at getting up things? I'm not a Florida man, no. I've been to Florida, but I am not a Florida man. I don't really mind Florida, actually. You know, like, the weather's actually pretty nice in Florida. Have to suffer through, like, an hour or so of rain a day, but, you know, you could do... It's a lot... It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. Oh, I've got a split. Alright, well, apparently I can't Metroid crawl, so I guess I'll go the other way. Until the game tells me I can't Metroid crawl this way either.
Oh, shit.
He definitely addressed my concern right there. I did not expect to drop down so damn far. Okay, well, at least there's nothing here to murder me. You know, got that going for me. Eternal Summer. Oh, I'd love it. It's one of my, like, if I won the lottery dreams to, afford, like, basically buy a house in the Southern Hemisphere and have, in fact, Eternal Summer. I think I can't actually go that way. I have to find another way to escape. It's better just to stay underwater. This dude is not good at going between transitions, unfortunately. On the bright side, I have learned that Squiggles in fact owns more CDI games than expected. He in fact owns many CDI games, but of course none of them are actually any good, as he stated himself. So he owns more than just Hotel Mario and Zelda's, not Zelda's Adventure, but like the Wand of Gamelon or whatever it's called. That's an odd amount of screaming. Got like 3 options of ways to go here. That's how I came in. I feel like the other way is the way it wants me to go. This is probably a way to backtrack if I feel the need to backtrack, but I don't personally feel the need to backtrack. Eternal Summer of the Spotless Mind. Just print your own money with one. I do own a printer. It does not print money. How you doing, Fries? That's a locked door. Maybe I won't be going that way. Oh, what's up, Curtis? How you doing? Good luck, edgy gamer. Not a single CDI game is bound to be good. I mean, I like to imagine there might be a good CDI game. It's conceptually possible. But we all know it isn't actually possible, so we'll not belabor the point. I still need to ask Squiggles if he's cool with burnt discs going into this machine. It's still sitting in the middle of my living room. Though I did put all of the controllers back in the box, so that at least I'm, you know, not going to trip over those or sit on them or anything. But that having been said, I still need to ask Squiggles. CDI homebrew? No. If a horse is pregnant, it technically has 2 horsepower. That is a statement. That is definitely a statement. I'm trying to think if I can disagree with that. I mean, you're technically correct, but not very usefully correct. Like, it can't actually use that extra horsepower, to be frank. Is there any CDI homebrew? Like, I'm actually kind of nerd-sniped here. It's conceptually possible. I have a feeling that it wouldn't surprise me if the, like, SDK leaked at some point. It being a not very good console. But I honestly don't know. There are a few things I do want to play, of course. The Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe clocking in very highly, because you know, I do enjoy some of Robert Mapplethorpe's work. Only some, though. I'm not going to commit to his entire catalog. I can drop down. I'm not convinced I can come back, so let's try the other path first. Looked it up and there is homebrew. There's a form for it. Huh! Today I learned. Very unexpected in my book. Alright, I could probably access that, but I probably don't want to. Guess we'll try and continue forward this way. Takes all sorts, doesn't it? Okay. I feel like this is where I want to be, if anywhere. Let me phrase this. The other side of this is where I want to be, if anywhere. But the feeling that probably takes me somewhere I've been before, but I can't prove it, so eh. This is not a very good summer camp. I don't think I'll be giving a good reviews on Yelp. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I'm not going back up there right now. Let's explore, because I'm kind of stuck down here. Anything down here? I am going to get so turned around down here. That's what's going to happen. Like, I'm going to end up backtracking somewhere severe at this point. This looks new. I don't remember being anywhere this blue before, but it's easily plausible that I've been here before. Is that grounded? It is. It looks grounded. Oh, this area's bigger than I thought it would be. Dude cannot grip to save his life. Thankfully, the water is clear and pure and not full of alligators. Okay, square up. I guess I didn't hold forward enough? That must be it. Like, that jump is well within his abilities. I believe in you, Shadow Man. Do it! I guess I did ease off a little bit thinking I'd make it. Let's try this one more time without being dumb. I'm just going to go full bore on it. Looks fun to control. Well, the problem is 3D platforming in general is kind of a drag, honestly. Like, outside of Mario Galaxy and maybe a couple other ones, there's not a whole lot of good 3D platformers. It requires a certain amount of finesse, level design, creativity, and a few other things that most other people who make games probably don't have. Considering this coming from the 64 era, though, it's not terrible for what it is. Okay, I can't get up there. DST can go to hell. Lived away for 2 seconds and suddenly it's 3 a.m. Yep, it is now. It was 1 a.m. a minute ago, and now it's 3. It's amazing how that happens. How you doing, Evil Ghost? You know, outside of being unhappy about the nature of DST, But while I don't like how it's done, I do like the result, so I can't complain too much. Like, I really do enjoy the extra hour of daylight it gives me. Oh, what's up, Bunnylink? Thought you missed a lot? Oh, you've missed nothing. I've spent the entire time wandering around, accomplishing nothing. I think I might have acquired, like, 2 Dark Souls, but they were in the real world since I... Oh, I did get the Eclipser. I got the rest of the Eclipser. That's the one thing I achieved. And then What's-Her-Face stabbed me in the chest. So you missed the cutscene where I got stabbed. But other than that, you've missed nothing. Try one more jump. Yeah, I don't think I make that. Alright, so this is kind of a waste. I'm going to try a different direction. Have you ever talked about how Shadow Man is a Kratos knockoff? Probably not. How you doing, Steven? Plan on doing something a minute ago, but you guess I gotta go to sleep earlier. That's kind of my thought. When I started the stream, I'm like, I want to do about like a 3 or 4 hour stream. Now that I remember that DST is today, and it just happened, I don't know how much of that's going to happen. It might be a 2 to 3 hour stream instead. But we'll see. Killed a bunch of dogs. I did kill a bunch of dogs. We had Ultimate ATF Simulator for a little bit. But to be fair, the dogs were trying to bite me. So. Guess we'll go this way. I've kind of lost the plot that this was a summer camp. Now that we're exploring the underwater caves underneath the summer camp. Won't sleep, but you've got to vent. That's fair. But come fall back, you're not going to be complaining, is my guess. Is there anything in here on the surface level that matters? I don't think there is. Unless... maybe I can climb this? Maybe? I don't think... actually, no. Shadow Man can't jump out of water. So, it doesn't matter too much. Doing okay, I've been doing more elite stuff. Build yourself a race ship just to refit it. Oh, nice. Dogs are unkillable in the German version. Same as the prisoners, which... oh, the zombie prisoners, if you can kill those, would be really annoying. They got the ranged attack. I would be really miffed if I couldn't kill those fuckers. Yeah, I wanted to get started a little bit earlier tonight, but brunch took a lot longer than expected. I kid you not. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense in context, but I assure you it does out of context. Is there anything useful here? I'm not convinced it's the place I need to be. Killed in the remake in normal 64? I'm not surprised. I mean, European standards of violence were definitely different. Consider, of course, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because Ninja is too extreme for Europe. Mikey gets a fucking grappling hook. Still, the worst nerf on a turtle ever. But, at least we don't have to suffer through that as much anymore. You can always, you know, get the universal version or the American version nowadays. Okay, what am I missing? Where do I need to go? How about up here? This seems like a place to go. I will not deny I am a little bit lost. Not entirely lost, but a little bit lost in terms of where I need to be going to attack this evil camp counselor. Lisette Water, 64. Bakers will suddenly feel a rush of joy while baking bread. That's when the dopamine hits. Ayo. Woman in a bra was too much for you. Yeah, I know. Night Trap was just too extreme for us, honestly. And it's even like a sports bra. It's a fairly conventional thing. It is definitely not titillating, to not belabor the pun. Think of the children's. Feed the Children's. In limousines bizarrely titled Feed the Children's. Na 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 la. Hey hey do do do. Very much in Strong Bad's bottom 10 right there. Well, that's how that sentence ends. I was about to say, I'll be honest, I don't know where I'm going and I'm mildly confused. And I just got 100 things, so we're going to go to the Temple of Life. I'm lost. I think I can get back to that spot, not too terribly difficultly. And so we're just going to go back to the Temple of Life and go and get more health. Because I kind of feel like having more health is valuable. Especially because this is actually pretty easy. I just come over here, walk through the loading zone, stab this. Humans killing aliens is too much, but robot and alien warfare is family-friendly experience. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I guess I already did that altar. That's probably what that's telling me. Let's do the next one. Did that one already. This one.
These gifts I give to thee, O great.
Feed the children to dogs instead of shooting the dogs and leave you alone. Not the children. Many people don't know this, but you used to be a children. Didn't used to be a children. Alright, well, anyway, we solved the problem here. I still have the opportunity to get at least 2 more life bar increases. Though we have run out of an awful lot of these things. You know, we got 300 out of 666. Which I feel merits a save. Alright, let's see. Where do we want to go now? Do Dark Souls. Oh, wait a second. I never did this. I guess I didn't really mess around with this much. Stab that. I can walk on lava. I can fly. Take a quick moment and see if we can find anything cool by walking on lava. We're not going to spend too much time walking on lava because, you know, it's just lava. But I think that if I go this way, I'll be able to find like a quick and easy Dark Soul or 2, maybe. It's also possible I tried to do this last time and totally got confused and lost. But we did acquire the power of lava walking, and I feel the need to use it. Come on, Pat. Everybody knows? I don't necessarily agree with your assertion. It's very likely I do not know. Everyone knows everything all at once? That seems complicated. I wouldn't recommend acquiring all knowledge all at once. That just seems like a big mess. There was a fun character in one of the books I've read where he was cursed to know everything, and so his goal was effectively, oh, I've been here before. In fact, this was one of the gates I wanted to open but kind of forgot about it. But apparently I've already done it, so it works out. Because I think this is like right next to... Yep, that's where it is. Okay. So I already did that. Kirsten Loss is Pat's middle name. At least in this game. In other games, I know where I'm going. In fact, I actually heard from Yugi today, or Yogui today, about Thingy. There's some work to be done there. He wanted to do a patch because he learned that the green doors weren't working, which was one of my major moderation complaints up to this point. Yeah, they can't get me. And considering how well put together that hack is, it's really not much of a complaint. Stab. Fire stab. What about the guy who knew everything? What was his goal? Oh, he was just cursed to know everything and tell people that what he knew until he knew nothing. It was one of those, like, it was clear the author was really enamored with this idea, but didn't actually know what they were going to do with it, kind of things. Very much a 1960s, 70s sci-fi sort of problem. But thank you for reminding me to finish that thought. If you'd like to read more, he's in the first book of the Elric saga by Michael Moorcock. which I would say is actually pretty reasonable to read. I don't think it's a very interesting series, but the first book at least is kind of fun. Alright, let's see if I can push this one. I've already pushed this one, so I can't push it again. I still haven't figured out what button to press. Maybe I already pressed that thing, and that's why I couldn't push it earlier? Ah, it's bugging me. Yes, Moorcock. I know. Everyone get a laugh out that the dude's name implies that he desires more penis. But that's his actual name, Michael Moorcock. It's a thing that happened. Elric is kind of an interesting counterpoint. Basically, the idea of Elric, as stated by Moorcock, was that he wanted to create a character who was a hero that sort of served as a counterpoint to Conan, who was actually very popular at that point. Whereas Conan is, you know, a very powerful barbarian and everyone loves him, Elric is a very weak wizard who requires an awful lot of things to keep him alive. And mostly derives his strength, especially in later books, from the black sword that he wields, which is actually a demon in sword form that tells him to kill people repeatedly, all the time. Right, I remember now. There's the Death Water. That's why we gave up on this endeavor. Okay, we're out of here. It took me a minute, but I remembered what the hell I was doing. I still think Florida might be the place to go. Like, I guess we could go here and enter the Lavaducts and open the coffin gates. We could talk to Jaunty. Jaunty's always fun, but I really feel like going back to Florida. Speaking of books, there's a fantasy series called Lord of the Rings. You recommend it. Michael Moorcock also had a fascinating essay comparing Lord of the Rings to Winnie the Pooh, if you ever want something kind of fun to read. He was not a fan of Tolkien. And he legitimately thought that Lord of the Rings was basically a bedtime story for children. And his argument isn't uncompelling. I would say it's worth a read if you're actually into that kind of essay. Stop by the Death Water walking on magma. Exactly. No, if I walked into that Death Water, it would just murder me. Like, we had this happen last time. And I very distinctly remember it because it was highly unpleasant. And I was mildly pissed off because I'm like, I acquired the ability to walk on lava, and now you're telling me that I'm stuck by this new type of Death Water. Not a nice trick, Shadow Man. Oh, I'm dead.
Shit.
That friggin' alligator has killed me 4 times this session. More than anything else. Tell your children about great battles and how many heads they chopped off before they sleep. I mean, again, his argument is more along the lines that it's a comfortable British fantasy. Akin to Winnie the Pooh. As opposed to it's exactly a bedtime story for children. I would recommend reading the essay because I haven't read it in a number of years. And so I'm not doing justice in describing what he is actually arguing. But he definitely does not have a high opinion of Tolkien's work, in part for that very reason. I'm gonna get et, aren't I? Getting less et than I thought I would. He's definitely dead. And has spread his gibs on the bottom of the floor. Bottom of the water here. I'm easily amused. Stepped away, what essay? He died like a sinner in Dante's Inferno. Since when is a warm bath unpleasant? Grimm Brothers stories are pretty good. That's true. Alright, so to catch you up, Howluta, there is an author named Michael Moorcock, and everyone can stop and laugh at the name, but he wrote an essay comparing The Lord of the Rings to Winnie the Pooh. And it's an interesting essay. I would recommend reading it if you are a fan of Lord of the Rings. I should have jumped across. That's what I should have done there. I'm not going to say his argument is good. I'm not going to say his argument is compelling, because I frankly don't remember. It's been a number of years since I've read this. But it is an interesting essay, if nothing else. Can walk on lava but can't live against an alligator. I mean, it's different abilities. My tattoos allow me to live against lava but not alligators. I don't have an anti-alligator tattoo. I kind of want one, but once I'm done in Florida, it's not going to be very useful. Like, once I leave this area, I'm never going to run into alligators again, I hope. Unless they're like shadow alligators. So. Read the original version to your kids. As I said, I'm a little bit lost, but we'll figure it out. Epic Poo. Yes, that's it, Dyke Feynman. Thank you. That is the name of that essay. How you doing? What about dog-proof tattoos? I don't know about those. But yeah, the essay is in fact entitled Epic Poo. It's been a long time since I read it. I just recall the thrust of the argument, not the details. Like I said, he wasn't a big fan of Tolkien's work, and you can kind of tell. He was even less of a fan of Conan the Barbarian, but that goes without saying at this point. Maybe this is a button I could press. Like, I feel like I'm in an area where I need to find a switch to do a thing, but I haven't found it yet. And that's the key to the whole thing. Okay, this is all ankle deep. How about this? I don't think I went up this way. Oh, this is where I came from? That's where I came from. Okay. Let's try this area. Tried looking up Winnie the Pooh and Lord of the Rings comparison thing and found this on a random wiki. Pooh's Adventures of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings, the first upcoming Winnie the Pooh, Lord of the Rings crossover film, planned to be made by Shadow Numbers. It's a sequel to Winnie the Pooh Hobbit crossover films. It will appear on Google Drive in the near future. That's amazing, and I want to watch it, honestly. Feel you'd vibe with the essay? Possibly. Live in a Tolkien soup to play D&D, and you're pretty sure... You're pretty over it, and Tolkien's writing is pretty bland to you. I mean, that's in part because it's the water we live in. Like, fantasy in general has been driven so hard by people who want to be Tolkien that it's very hard to be original in the area of fantasy. I don't begrudge you being kind of over it. I still like Tolkien's writing, but it's mostly because I actually like the writing itself. Yeah, that worked. That probably shouldn't have worked, but it worked. Give me some health after the alligator encounter. But yeah, definitely read the essay. I'd be curious to hear what you think of it. And I might actually bother reading it tomorrow because it hadn't come to mind in a long time. The Black Blade thing was sort of at the front of my mind because of the Final Fantasy III thing. I entitled the stream after Black Blade, which is a Blue Oyster Cult song, based upon the Elric saga. Loosely. That's why it's more on the forefront of my mind right now. Haven't been fiction in a while. Neil Gaiman is good. Yeah, Neil Gaiman's good. I liked his work with... Oh, God, I'm going to feel dumb in a moment when I actually remember the name. The Discworld Man. Not Small Gods. Good Omens. Good Omens was a Neil Gaiman, and... Oh, it's pissing me off. I cannot remember his name. I know this name. It is going to come to me in a second, or someone's going to say it. Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett. Am I stuck inside this? I was stuck inside the lantern. Was a good crossover work by them. Death was actually pretty good in that, too. I'm kind of surprised that the Discworld Death had a cameo, but it's all good, honestly. This is new. I'm in someplace new. This is good.
Something around here.
He just said something I couldn't hear, but it probably was, this is new and interesting. cast involves a bunch of Pokemon characters, Bowser's family, Sora and friends, and Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things. I definitely want to experience this. Like the King Killer Chronicle, I'm not familiar with it. Wouldn't dare say it's better than Tolkien, but it pops. Lots of action and world building. How can no one in this chat like a book that describes a tree or forest for 3 pages? Terry Pratchett, Terry Pratchett. Pat Cedar beaten Shadow Man, now you can read fiction. The best milkman ever described or made. Prophetic fiction. I mean, it's effectively like Revelations fan fiction in a way, but it's not a bad thing. Good Omens. Oh, for fuck's sake, I know where I am and I hate it. I'm going to take a moment and be angry about this, but mostly silently. Alright, so I was lost. I'm still lost. Where am I going and what do I want to accomplish here? Can I get out of here? Yeah, maybe. I think that jump is plausible for Shadow Man. There we go. Oh, you meant Max's statement? Fair enough. Moorcock accuses these authors of espousing a form of corrupted romance, which he identifies with the Anglican Toryism. Citation needed. The defining traits of this attitude are anti-technological, anti-urban stance, which Moorcock sees as ultimately misanthropic, that glorifies a vanishing or vanished rural ideal, and is rooted in middle-class or bourgeoisie attitudes towards progress and political change. There you go. Sounds great, you have no idea what the hell any of this means. Fantastic! Did not expect to be discussing Moorcock's essay when I started this. You know, the whole 2 hours ago. Which, you know, was only really 1 hour ago, but thank you, DST Day. Like I said, I planned to do like a 3 to 4 hour stream, but I'm really thinking this might only be a 2 hour stream because of DST. Unfortunately, this is a regular waterfall and not one made of blood, so I can't climb up it easily. Where do I want to jump from here? So I can go down there, but I don't think I want to go down there. I think I know where down there is. Okay, I can see it now. I can see my platform opportunities ahead of me. The texture does not make it easy, but I can see it. Can I get up there? Okay. Oh, I see what I want to do. Alright. Brave jump! Thankfully, this waterfall ain't that fast moving. Let me put it this way. If I kill the dude in Florida, I am going to call it good. I will have claimed that there was a decent amount of progress made. And then... Oh, hey. Good! We made progress! I broke that lock. Hooray. That was actually what I was trying to accomplish. It just wasn't very clear. Okay, cool. That's where I want to go. Not get stuck on another fucking lantern. A lot of the rhetoric around Lord of the Rings, and a lot of it, you feel it's technically correct, but at the same time, how could you not find hobbits idyllic? We all want little hovels where we can sip tea and eat crumpets. It's true. Have the excuse of being a natural English speaker. Never got translated. What's up with the music in this level? It seems to be a combination of weird radio noises and reveille. As I was corrected on the pronunciation earlier, which I should have known. I do remember that it's called reveille. It just completely brain farted when I called it revile. So it's really weird. I'm gonna call it the fault of the dude who's haunting this area, and I'm kind of hoping we actually get to have a showdown with him, but we'll find out shortly. I think we saw him briefly when we were fighting an alligator who might have been possessed by him or something. I don't remember. I think going down here is the right call. I might regret this. I probably should have saved. There's so much geometry in this game, I swear to God. Let's save. I think that's a back path. I'm not ready to... I think I might be ready to go that way. It's not a back path. Oh, yeah, there's also screaming. I forgot about the random screaming. But it's Shadow Man, so you just kind of get used...
You! This is private property. What the hell you think you're doing, boy?
Your boy.
Don't you get uppity with me. You trespassing on my property. I can call you anything I choose, boy.
I didn't see no signs, fatso.
That's 'cause you didn't arrive by the front door, did you?
I don't need an invitation, fat man. I've been sent here by a higher power.
I'm the only power around these parts, boy. You gonna find that out soon enough.
Oh, lordy.
Find out what survival is all about. Just like a rerun of the Nam. It's Judgment Day for you and all your kind. This is the end, beautiful friend.
What?
For we are many.
Why did he call him beautiful?
Jesus.
He clearly hates him.
Read this bullshit.
You can say a lot of things about Shadow Man's aesthetic, but I would not call him a beautiful man. Guess we should learn a little bit about this dude quick before we decide to continue on here. Let's see. Is the guy? Kidnapped 10 people. Ah, here we go. Milton T. Pike. That's clearly the guy. Vietnam veteran, Green Beret, Special Forces, 43, alleged rape of a female officer. Upon discharge, worked as a TV repairman. This does not seem like a good guy. The shooting of his mother, but that was acquitted due to lack of evidence. Joined the American Knights of the Cross survivalist militia group in 1980, 81. Formed his own breakaway splinter group of the Knights of American Heartland, KA, with fortified compound located in Eureka, Florida. Unrelated to Eureka, California. The identifying symbol of KA is a regular symbol of the cross spear symbol. See attached attachment 1C, found on stickers affixed to the videotapes by the video nasty offender to various state police officials. KA incorporated into the National Militia Organization in 1982, with subsequent expulsion later that year, following Pike's murder of 18 of his own militiamen with a rocket-propelled grenade. I mean, admittedly, that's a really good ratio of ammo to kills, if you're counting it. Returned briefly to TV repair business, and during the time, the FBI discovered that he subscribed to every known electronics-based periodical and magazine. Became Forest Ranger in 86, under assumed name, working for Cypress National Preserve in the Everglades with specialty of alligator preservation. Oh god, he probably going to summon alligators to eat my face. In 1991, was arrested following the rape murder of a hiker in Cypress National Preserve, escaped from custody, killing 2 sheriff's deputies in the process. Pike's whereabouts are totally known right here. Pike murdered more people, 9 more women, and disposed of their bodies in numerous locations. We're not going to read all that shit. Pike was known as a video nasty killer due to the state police in all the states mentioned were unfortunate recipients of videotapes showing in horrific detail the hunting down and subsequent slaughter of at least 6 of the above victims. Contact traces found on the bodies indicated the victims were murdered in a location other than disposal sites. Disposal sites were all booby-trapped with harmless yet complex lighting array activated by tripwire or pressure pads. Each victim had the word asylum carved vertically into their back, and each victim had been found with a microchip embedded in the flesh of the right palm. Under extreme magnification, the following message can be read. The words, imprinted microscopically into the chip itself. And lo, if war should have a face, this one of 5 would show that bleeding mask. Ears pricked to savor every scream, teeth barred to strip the carcasses wet, and tongue to lap that vessel dry, for we are many. Anyway, this dude's an asshole and we're totally going to shoot him. Assuming that's what we're supposed to do. He is shooting me a whole lot. I'm unconfident in what I'm supposed to do here yet. So let's explore the space. N64 edginess, indeed. Anyone can think dossiers are a little too real. Indeed they are. They're kind of creepy, honestly. Alright, so here's my problem. He has bullets. But his aim isn't all that good as long as I'm below water, which is nice because I don't have to breathe anymore. I'm also just kind of lapping around, trying to see if I can find any like hearts or dark souls just kind of creeping around here. Really wasn't expecting just to find him in this area, honestly. It's kind of gone from creepy, haunted campsite to just caves. Like, the aesthetics have gotten markedly worse. I really would have loved to have found him in, like, the actual, like, camp counselor's cabin or something, as opposed to the middle of caves. I don't know. I just feel like they've kind of ruined the theming of this area. Because while I was going through the actual, like, campground, it was actually pretty creepy. But then generic caves kind of ruined the aesthetic. Like, it's just generic caves. Cool, generic caves. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just kind of swimming around here because I can. I guess there's not really anything here. Yeah, we've done a good 360 of this area. I don't think we're going to find anything. We just need to not die to bullets. Let's save. I feel saving is adequate right now. Right, I'm terrible at getting out of water. That's one of Shadow Man's biggest weaknesses, is pool ladders. Oh, hey! I think I'm gonna go find a different place to climb up.
Fuck you, motherfucker. I know where you live.
If war should face, I believe that's what they're going for, is a 5 horsemen sort of thing, or 4 horsemen thing, plus the Antichrist. That would be my guess as to what the actual intent of their edginess is. What is this helicopter? It's a tiny helicopter. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to die here. I'm just going to eat it, and then we'll try again next time. That's the wrong save. There we go. I've played Psychonauts? No, I have not. I have not played Psychonauts. 3 of the 5 were in prison in London. The other... What were the other boss description? I don't know. I haven't read them. I'll be honest. Are you in the Shadow Realm right now or in the real world? In the real world. I've earned the ability to use my Shadow Man powers in the real world by collecting all of the assorted... Oh, there's the dang heart. I kind of felt there had to be one in this area. I just didn't know where it was. By collecting all the pieces of the Eclipser. And so now I have the ability to be Shadow Man and don't have to worry about using guns in this world. Which does make the whole ammo system kind of suspect. Like, I'm not really sure what to do here aside from, like, only peek when he's moving. And because I've got third person and he doesn't, I've got a good ability to make guesses. On the other hand, he is constantly moving, which does make the whole thing a bit more challenging. Alright, that didn't work. Probably shouldn't have come in with 2 HP. Psychonauts is one of the best games. You have almost 40k points. Well, I've turned off the play a game thing for the time being because my queue is 26 games deep and I have yet to clear any of them since the last time someone submitted one. Like, I like the games y'all have submitted for the most part, and I'm also willing to, like, let people change them out if I haven't actually gotten started. Just kind of hoping I could use this as cover, but I'm becoming less optimistic about my options. But yeah, the queue is too long to keep the reward open. I need to come up with a better way to deal with it. There's too many games that I have to beat. And because y'all choose games that are actually good as opposed to silly meme games, I actually have to put work into it. This was a bad idea. Well, at least kiting kind of worked there. The good news is the man is afraid of water. Starting to wonder what helicopters did in the Shadow Realm. Well, they fly, just like anywhere else. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Could totally send a helicopter to the Shadow Realm, and it would still do helicopter things, I have to imagine. Yeah, I think I'm happy to not get back up there. There is something to be said for a dude who keeps calling the black dude boy. But very little good to be said about that. There's definitely a racial thing going on here. They leaned into it pretty hard. Yeah, I still think this box is my best shot at killing this dude somehow. Oh, nope. He's smarter than he looks. It's a low bar, I know. But that box, I think kiting around that box is actually the best strat I can come up with. Okay, try that again. Load your shots. Just get up there! How are you so bad at... Oh, no, don't get up there. Never mind. I've changed my mind. How got in the caves? That's a really good question, actually. You can't fly that thing into the caves. No, that would be silly. But this dude apparently has super awesome killing powers. Vietnam powers. So let's not question it too much. Alright, gonna dip. Like, I'm a little bit worried he gets, like, some sort of regen, because I get the feeling an awful lot of critters in this game get regen, but honestly, I don't have a lot of gun compared to him. He has a lot more gun. Considering swapping out the swapper. There is something amusing about that, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, until I actually get started, I guess I'm willing to let people reconsider their options. Like, once I start a game, though, no. That's silly. I didn't think this through, where I was like, oh, I really want that health. He's smarter than he looks, which is unfortunate. Wish he was shooting bees. Oh, me too. Pretty sure there must be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Helicopter card? Probably. The one to put the 5 is bad and evil, which you find good, and being a racist asshole fits that way? Yeah. Just drops like a rock when he dives in water. That is actually the funniest part. It sounds like a drunk King Hell. Don't know who the audience for this, because it's mostly kids on SC4s, but you would have liked... You probably would have liked it when you were 11 years old. Would you get up because it's too hard? It could have been worse. But yeah, this dude is clearly racist. I'm not even, like, they clearly wrote him as a racist. Like, there's very few reasons that are not race-based to refer to a grown adult male who is black as boy. Alright, no, that's bad. Alright. Okay. So here's my problem. I came in woefully under-equipped. Is there any amount of stuff I can get here? No, not really. Okay, that's health. Okay, in the interest of actually having a better save file, just because I'm out of the water and don't have to scroll down, I'm going to do that. Like, I feel like box kiting is the way to go. Like, I just need to focus and do it. Like, I don't think this is actually hard. I've just been dumb. Like, this dude doesn't know we're actually in a cover shooter, not a third-person Metroidvania. And as long as he retains the ignorance of that, I'm in good shape. Well, it also helps that he doesn't actually have that many, that good of aim. Did he just change? He looks more different suddenly. I think he's revealing his horseman form or something. Like, I'm getting hit, but the box is blocking a lot of the damage. Okay, it is unless I do something stupid like that. Alright, I'm still confident about box kiting. He could be yelling, Link, my boy! Who day, boy? And who's that? Be worse and scary if they made fights smart and cunning. Yeah. The TNT box is saving me. That is true. Yeah, he definitely changed into, like, fatigues after I shot him enough. Like, he starts off, like, in the sort of, like, white trash, wife-beater thing, and then he switches into army fatigues. Once I hit him enough. As an indicator of damage. Okay, the problem is, I don't want to roll, and duck and roll are the same button. You got me around the box? See, there we go. He switches to fatigues. Like, I kind of feel I should just restart here, because I'm pretty low on health. But... And it does say TNT, I just realized. You weren't even you weren't bullshitting me. Nuts. Took too much damage. Still like the box. The box is my friend. I just need to be better at the box. Perhaps I should move the weapon to my right hand, given what I'm doing. Like, I definitely feel like this is a reasonable strategy for what I'm trying to do. Just, I need to move further into the box to prevent him from getting me from shooting through the box. I need to be very careful about not getting stuck. Or he'll shoot me through the box. That's also a problem. Could you back off, please? Thank you. Like, I feel my success for this particular fight is going to be judged by how many times he decides to try and use explosives. Which, again, goes into the irony of the TNT box. pretty sure he can just outright murk me if he just sticks with explosives. Like I said. Django Unchained on 64. Gonna ask you, gonna hurting him because it didn't look like he was being stunned? Yeah. Sadly, some serial killers are really good at getting away with it. It's true. God, is this making morbid jokes about rednecks? Probably for the best. Some sort of potion would be nice in this game. It would be nice. Didn't know boy could be racist at all until you played the remake, because you got it from the context of sentences. It's about the tone. Kratos calls his son boy all the time. I mean, there's a very big difference in terms of how you refer to somebody. If it's an actual child that you're calling boy, it's not nearly as bad, regardless of race. But if you refer to a grown adult black male as boy, it's definitely not a good thing. I would not recommend trying that. And in fact, that's the entire reason why the sort of like what sentence ender, punctuation of man was used because jazz players found that being called boy was intolerable, so they started calling each other man. To sort of offset that kind of thing. So the more you know. There we go. Back to fatigues. I walked into that. Like I said, this entire fight may in fact range upon how many times he grenades me successfully. Tried to outrun that one. I'm not convinced I actually did. Wait, hold up, hold up. Oh, I had him stunned! Like, I had it, and I flubbed it. Yep, grenade got me. Had no idea about the origin of that phase. Yep. Very affirming. A lot of people, man, are saying man at the end of the sentence, man. Exactly. Hey, man, what are you missing? Affirmation, man. Affirmation, man. See, man, by accident, even the... Yeah, no, it happens. It's one of those things, once you get in the habit, it's hard to break, honestly. Regardless of who you're talking to. Like I said, it's like a piece of punctuation, and once you get used, if you get used to using it that way. Doesn't exactly matter who you're talking to. You just say, yeah, you know, just it's been that kind of day, man. I've done terribly. He's still in his normal wife beater right now. I haven't even taken him down much. I've taken a lot of damage. I don't think this is gonna be... Yeah, I'm just gonna sandbag it. I'm gonna try and stab him with other weaponry and see how far we get. Just observe the interesting fatigues. I thought they were fatigues. I think he actually just looks, like, weird now.
Damn.
In German, you say man, too? Really? That's how you freaking talk, man. Today I learned. My biggest problem is I just don't want to roll. I keep rolling on accident. Like, what I really want to do is shoot him right as he gets started shooting. because he stands still during that period. Like, this boss fight isn't hard, I just haven't put it together yet. Nuts. He was actually on the ball that time. Tried to move away from the center of that, and that did not work. Did not mean to roll. Like, my big problem is I don't want to roll, and it sometimes happens. I got him. I got him. I got him. I got him. He dropped a purple thing. I still got him. It does not matter. Give me the purple thing. Cool. He's dead. Now this helicopter, it's mine. It's my helicopter now. Not that I can actually do anything with it, but you know, it's mine now. Is there anything else here that's actually worth, like, bothering with now that I've killed him? We haven't really explored the top side of this area at all. We're so close to previous attempts. Grenades hurt you through walls? Yep. Explosions did that. They'd be considered war crime and actual warfare? They probably would. TNT box, paraffin for picking bullets. Thank you for the GGs. I'm gonna save. How do you say GG in German? I'm pretty sure it's still GG. Probably like Guten Game or something like that, though. Don't quote me on that. That sounds terrible when I think about it. It's like a Mario boss. You beat him and he drops a power star. That is actually what happened. Like, he dropped a Dark Soul. I mean, we're up to 59 Dark Souls. We actually have about half of them now, I guess. Like, something to be said for that. We got the one Dark Soul that was in this area, and that was the thing I was forgetting about. I need to go get the, go and get the one heart thingy I found. Like, I'm not going to get all the heart thingies, but I'm going to get an appreciable number of the heart thingies. So, Germans don't show emotions. It's not efficient. Just reminds me of the bit from The Simpsons where the power plant gets bought up by Germans, and they want to talk to Homer. He's like, "I would like to engage in a conversation with you," and Homer just starts screaming. He's like, "Oh, it must have been because of my bad English. Let me try again. I would like to engage with you in a efficient work time conversation," and Homer just screams again. He's like, "Oh, I do not understand what I did wrong." Truly fantastic. Here we go, get the one heart. Now we can save. We'll save over the last one because it doesn't matter. I'm not using these saves for anything particular. Unlike the Sierra and Monkey Island saves, I can't really make them into meaningful chapter markers, so I'm not going to bother. I could, actually, if I had set up the safe copying thing that I did for Everhood. It occurs to me I may never have turned that off. I might have been backing up my saves for Everhood for the last, like, 4 months. And they're never going to change. I probably should see if I've canceled that. As far, I would be proud that I've got so many Everhood saves, I suppose. I didn't even think about it until now. In retrospect, that was really dumb. Actually, is there anything else for me to do here? Like, oh, find the accumulator and open the soul gate. Okay. I'm not sure if that's water I can step on or water I can't step on. Oh, good. That's regular lava. It's fine. Not the evil death lava. Just conventional lava. Dark Souls are power stars? Exactly, they are. What is this? This hurts my ears. That kid is excited. I will give that kid credit. I do appreciate their excitement. I'm not excited about the things they're excited about, but still. Yippee! Fortnite and cola. Life could be worse, kid. Life could be worse. What did I come in here for? Was there a path that I missed? Was there other options? Like, I murdered the dude. I feel like that should have gotten me the thingy. Guess I didn't find the proper... Okay, well, it's a one-way... This is a one-way. There's got to be something here. Can I push? Of course, it occurs to me I've also forgotten how to push things, which doesn't help. Can I get in the water? It's ankle deep. Oh, there we go. You just push it. That's all. Apparently my inability to push things was caused by my inability to push things. It happens sometimes. I'm not certain I'm happy that I just did that. Does feel like a new area? I don't know. I've been so lost in this place. It's very likely I may never find the accumulator at this rate. Oh, this actually looks new. Yeah, this seems new. This is a coffin. Didn't it say I need to open a coffin or something? Open the soul gate. Okay. This looks like a thing I should be able to interact with. I don't see a way to do so. There are 120 of them in total? Yep. Mario with guns. Do you need 70 of them to fight the final boss? 95? That seems more likely. Wonder what if the kid's German is actually bad? I assume it's good because I have no further, like, grounding in German. On the other hand, the only words I picked out were, you know, cola and Fortnite, so maybe I'm not the best judge of this. Okay, this area seems interesting, but I don't know what I can do here. Like, I definitely feel like there's something I'm supposed to do with this light source, but stabbing is not it. Like, this screams to me important, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, I'm pretty sure this has to be the coffin gate or the soul gate or whatever I'm supposed to be playing with. But I don't see a way to open it. Level 10 needs 25 souls. Put the prism there. Do I have a prism? I do not have a prism. I guess I could try assorted things. I don't think any of these really scream to me useful weapon in this context. Like the Asan might be good. Nope, I'll just set things on fire. How about the Flambeau? Nope, just sets things on fire. How about the Mortier? Nope, it just sets things on fire. How about the Baton? No, it just sets things on fire. How about the Engineer's Key? Does nothing. Okay. Oh, prism. There's literally a prism in my inventory. Fair point. I forgot about that. I saw the purple thing and thought it was the soul, not a prism. Completely fair to give me that piece of advice when I'm being a dumbass. This seems bad. I'm going to save first, just in case. There are many secrets hidden in Deadside. Okay, where the hell am I? Asylum engine block. Oh, this is interesting. So it put me somewhere else in the existing level. Unexpected, but nice, actually. Also, that's just lava. I can just step in that. I don't care. Lava. Nope, it's not lava. It's death water. Way to prove me wrong, game. Way to prove me wrong. Purple thing is a prism. Gotcha. Don't listen to the guy who played the game and tried it. Look, I didn't have any good ideas. I don't read chat all that well while playing this game. I will be frank. It's not like Mario World, where in general I die often enough that I can just kind of look to the left, and there's certain beats where I know that I can look down and read chat. Here, it's a lot harder for me. Liquid lava, aka death. Oh, it's lava. I don't need to worry about that. Look, I was so happy to get that ability to walk on lava, and it's turned out to be not terribly useful because they introduced a whole new class of lava immediately thereafter. Like, fucking seriously, why? Just why? I'm not quite ready to leave this room yet with all of the death water. Like, I feel like there's a bit more to this than I might be seeing. Oh, it's one of those dudes. There is definitely a bit more to this than I'm seeing. This is one of my least favorite kinds of enemies so far. That's not Florida Man, of course. Anyone else shooting me? Nope. Big red button I can't press. How unfortunate. Oh, there's a lot of space to explore here. And of course, a thing that looks vaguely like I could interact with it, but I can't. Hi, Frank. I'm Martin. Best part is you called it Lava 2.0. Oh, Lava 2.0. It's a good type of lava. Alright, let's explore some. I feel like the far path here is the more interesting path. Also, I do love the mosey this dude does when you're backing up. Alright, they're dead. Mostly dead. Very dead. Okay. Like in Super Metroid, you get the gravity suit to negate lava damage and counter acid. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're so excited that you're going to be invulnerable to something, and then immediately it just disabuses you of that notion. You're like, nah. Nope, that's the flambeau or what? No, I'll just use the menu. I'm bad at the circle thing. And they do indeed both look the same. It's true. Alright, well this door is locked, so I can't continue this way. So clearly we need to go the other way. Clearly. Clearly. I guess I can go back that way now, but do I want to go back that way? I'm just not certain yet. Super Metroid is so dumb it's good. I mean, I think that's a common thing in Metroid-type games, is you get the ability, and then immediately you discover it's not nearly as nice as you would have liked. like, what's that thing called? The, like, the gravity spinner thing? You get that and immediately you discover, oh yeah, there's nothing all that interesting upward. Thanks, game. Stab. I am glad I went around here to stab. Even if there is a dude who's waiting to murk me. Alright, so this was actually worth doing. Even if this is the sort of dead-end path. We opened 2 different doors. They're open to 2 different locations, I guess. Or probably 1 location, really, but... yeah, I just gotta go back here. I'm gonna save in case I jump into the death water. It'd just be embarrassing to jump into the death water at this point. At least in Super Metroid, it's pretty easy to bypass obstacles with wall jumping, so no road blocking getting a new item isn't a total kick in the nuts. Wall jumping, yeah, the wall jumping in Super Metroid is kind of hard and terrible. Like, I eventually got used to it in Zero Mission, but I don't know if I ever got used to it in Super Metroid. Okay. Actually, what am I trying to accomplish here in this area? I never found the accumulator, and we're definitely not there anymore. I'm in the asylum right now? Shut down Piston, 2 Dark Souls. Okay. Like, I just definitely didn't know what my goal was here. My goal right now, apparently, is press all the buttons.
Got it.
Alright. Engineer key, go! Thank you for telling me what that did! I'm gonna guess it opened one of the 2 doors on one of the 2 sides, but it didn't tell me which one it was, and so that doesn't actually help me. Thanks, game. Okay, we're not going back to Florida. Okay, apparently at some point I get the ability to walk on that shit, because there's clearly a reason, or swim through it, or something. Because, like, you can see this ramp here. That ramp screams, this is an upgrade at some point you will get. I'm afraid enough of the death water that I'm just going to save again. It's a little embarrassing, I'll be honest, but it's better than getting deaded. It's better than getting... it's better than dying to the death water and having no recourse. Especially because this dude is really bad at holding on to ledges at certain times. So, I fully expect there'll be another tattoo to let me get into that death water, but I just don't have it yet. Alright, so there's 2 possible places. That door's locked. Tried the other one. And if not that, I have no fucking clue where I'm supposed to be going. Like, at all. Let's see if this one's open. Nope. I have no idea what that engineer key thing did. None whatsoever. It's true that he can't hold on to things when his hands are full. I just chose a really bad angle for that jump. I'm going to be frank. That's literally what I did. His hands were completely empty, as demonstrated by the save file. I just chose badly. Okay, what the hell did the engineer key do? Like, at least the other ones had the grace to show me what the hell they did, but this one I don't know what it did. Doing it again is not going to show me either. Like, I did something. But dang if I know what it did. Thought you were Pat. Yeah, I've definitely said I'll be Frank more than enough times this evening. Frank Lee, Franklin. Hum. Okay. Review assumptions. If I were designing this area, what would I do? I would make each of the key things open something in this area. I do not believe that we have caused some sort of action at a massive distance by using that engineer key. I would have had it go and open up an obvious place or show it, but they didn't do that. It's possible it opened something more upward than I was expecting. Like, there's definitely been cases where, like, there's been a hole that's opened up upward. So let's at least look up around. Up and down and all around. Door's still locked. You expect people to know how to design? That's fair. You need 2 of the switches to open a big door. Okay. Big door. Expecting to find a big door? I'm not certain I know where a big door is. Gonna be heading to bed soon because it's suddenly 4 in the morning? Yeah. Like I said, my plan was to go 3 or 4 hours. I don't think that's going to happen. Very likely to quit a bit after 3. Because I don't want to fuck up my sleep schedule too much. Though brunch may have done that already. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to ask Bunnylink, is there something obvious I'm overlooking here? Or is this area a complete dead end at this point? Like, I've hit 2 switches that made it so I could go across the lava path. I hit that 1 switch in the other area that seemingly did nothing. And I'm not certain there's another switch that's within an obvious purview. I'm gonna, like, check around the ramp, but I think all this ramp does is bring me down to the lava. Like, I feel like the right move here is just to leave. Like, I've accomplished what I'm supposed to do in this area, even if what I'm supposed to do is not obvious. Unless there's just, like, another engineer key that I'm just not seeing. Like, just hanging off the side with the red coloring and all that. There should be a path to go. Okay. Alright, time to think harder. Like, I feel like up is the way to look here. Like, there's got to be something in the... In fact, let's go try the other area with the upward idea. I didn't spend a lot of time looking up there. Weird. That's not what I want to hear. Could easily be that there's something broken. But let's take a look around. See if we can find something by looking upward instead of just straight ahead, which is what I've been doing. I guess also there's this. This thing is creepy. Can't do anything about it, but it's still creepy. Kind of weird with the cut in the wall, but it's not out of character in this area. Ah, there we go. Looking up actually was the thing to do. It took some time and effort to find it, but we found it. Oh, lovely. This looks familiar, actually. which is not something I want to say. I don't like this area. There we go. Staggered him. Alright. But I think the key difference is I'm on the other side of the room. Like, this area looks familiar because I've been on the downside there. And I don't necessarily need to be downside now, so let's try and find what we're supposed to find over here. I found a plank? I don't know what that thing was. I feel like I want to find a button here. There's a switch I'm overlooking. Oh, good. Because I was worried. I was like, there has to be a button around here. Definitely feels like there's a button around here. Is this a switch? There's a switch I'm overlooking. Where could the switch be? Down? Oh, but if I go down, then I'm stuck down there. Oh, it's a ramp. Never mind, I'm good. I thought that was a falling thing. Oh, hello, it's one of these dudes. Hey, dude. You know, it's been fun, but I think I'm gonna go up here. Can he follow me? Oh, he can. And my dude's too dumb to shoot him. I haven't fought one of these dudes on fair terms yet. I'm not sure I want to. Alright. Well, you come down here and we'll consider fighting, dude. Like I said, I'm considering fighting you on fair terms. I'm not actually going to, you know, say I'm going to. Nothing quite like a good bit of circle kiting. Did somebody say box kites? No. Yeah, I know. You know where I am. I know where I am. I know you know what I know. The problem is you're not clever enough to know that that you know what I know. The level of indirection you weren't ready for, buddy. Also known as pillaring. Whatever. I got the Dark Soul. It counts. We're up to 60 out of 120. We're halfway done with the game, probably. Depending upon your definitions of half and game. I'm gonna save, since I did that. Yeah, I was expecting there to be another few around here. Like, Dark Souls tend to congregate. Like, you just expect them to be... you get more than one when you find one, is all I'm saying. Alright, that wasn't too bad. What's in this room? There's a Dark Soul in this room. Just have to get into the Dark Soul thing. Well, let's shoot these things first. I want to shoot them for the sake of shooting them. Let's try that again with less failure. Alright, 61 out of 120. Now we are cooking with gas. And possibly other things. But mostly gas. This room is very dark. Okay. What? Okay. This is fine. This is fine. There are other people shooting me, so it's not entirely fine, but it's mostly fine. I feel like I've been in this room before. And my dude is too mentally deficient to shoot northward, or upward. I'm not certain I've been in this room before, but I feel like I have. But maybe it was this room from a different perspective. Okay. Well, that's the thing that happened. I think I missed an opportunity to make a jump. Yeah, he can't actually shoot from here. That's a rope. If this dude can lead his shots at all, I'm going to end up dropping down. Good news, he can't lead his shots at all. Aw, oh, dang it, he led a shot. Alright, I gotta murk that guy first. Gotta murder him first before I have a chance to do it. This isn't too bad. I can see the souls around, and we're making something resembling progress occasionally. Well, I was making progress. Now it's not really progress. Oh, he dead. Problem solved. If only I could actually jump onto that damn rope. Merc. What do you... I don't know why merc is the word today. It's the word I want to use. It's really odd. I've been hanging around 80s gangsters. I've lost all sense of depth perception. It's just the word I want to use today for murking things. Maybe it's not like smurf. I just want to use that word in place of everything. Okay. There we go. Should have gone to Specsavers. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do not know what a Specsaver is. Is it a place where you save money on glasses? That's my first guess. I have other guesses, but that's my first guess. Really? It's probably in response to the depth perception thing. It doesn't actually matter because it's a 2D projection of a 3D plane. Like, I have as good a depth perception as I can have, I suppose. Alright, here we go. There's another dude behind me. Man, these guys take a lot of hits. Alright, nothing else in here of interest, I suppose, other than destroying the 2 barrels. I also really have no idea where I am in the asylum. Like, between all of these sort of empty corridors, it's really hard to get your bearings. The game is also lagging horribly. Why are you doing this, game? Ah, okay. I understand. I do not understand. Like, I get why it's lagging. I do not understand the nature of this puzzle. I want to stop those. I can only do that by interacting with these things. So I'm going to try bringing it all down to 0. Did I accidentally do the right thing? Did I seriously accidentally do the right thing? I can't move the liquid anymore. And those 2, maybe that's where they're supposed to be. Did I accomplish? Shut down piston. I did not accomplish that. I'm actually a little bit confused as to what just happened. You need a code, and yes, you should have it. I do not recall getting any codes, nor do I recall writing them down. So I'll take that as I accidentally did the right thing. Where would I have gotten that code if I was actually aware of it? Was it in, like, the dossiers or something? Go in menu. Okay, I'm in menu. Oh. You get it from Jack the Ripper? So basically, I solved a puzzle that was set forth by a person I didn't even see yet. Oh man, we sequence breaking all over the place now. That's what we get for choosing Florida Man as my first guy to fight. Because, like, I have not seen Jack the Ripper yet. I know he's in the files, obviously. Is he in the files? Let's see. I gotta look at Jack the Ripper. Nope. You need a code for every piston, but you can brute force them. Okay. Actually, I guess that makes sense. So, I think I'm done here, is what I think you're telling me. He was there, he's in London. I've yet to go to London. I'm surprised that I brute forced that so easily, though. It was a very silly combination. Like, I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was doing, and it just kind of happened. The drawn man with the mustache is Jack? Oh, okay. But yeah, I definitely have not been to London yet. I assume that if I collect one of the other soul, or weird body entry thingies. I forgot what they call them. What they called in this game? The retractor. Then I'll know what he's up to. One of the codes is 333. That's a terrible code. It's the default code. Alright, I'm going to assume, based upon this, that I am done here. There is nothing else I can do. I have shut down a pillar, and I presume there must be 4 more. But there's nothing else to be done here, so let's teddy bear out into a place that has a bit more anything. I still don't know what an accumulator is. I'll have to go back to Summer Camp, Florida to find it, but it's probably in the fucking cave, so I don't want to do that. Let's go talk to Jaunty. Jaunty's fun. You can look at what his symbol is and use the retractor on the corpse that leads to him. He ripped himself after Legion said he needed him. And that's fair. I think I need another retractor for that to work, though. And I don't have another one yet.
Mikey, what's up? You're looking more peaked than you usually do.
It's Nettie. She's fallen into a coma.
I'm not surprised. She was always one for more than a drop of the hard stuff. Never knows when to stop. I tell you, she used to go like the clappers down the old White Horse Inn.
Jaunty, will you listen? The prophecy is coming true. Nettie used L'Eclipse Aid to give me my shadow powers when confronting the Five. Now the shadow has fallen, and the prophecy is about to be fulfilled. It seems to me that everything I do just brings us nearer to apocalypse, to the end of all things.
Will you get a bloody grip in yourself, Michael? Nettie may be something of a head case, but she knows what she's doing. She knew this would happen. It's supposed to happen. Can't you see that? That's the thing about prophecies. They have a habit of coming true.
All right. But it seems to me that somehow I'm responsible for everything that's happening. Maybe I should just get out now before it's too late.
I never saw you as a giver up, Michael. And even if we are in a situation of damned if we do and damned if we don't, it's always better to go out fighting. Get as many of them dark souls as you can, build up your shadow powers till you're positively bursting with them, and then go and kick the arse of whatever's behind this. I really can't give
He's
you
on to
more
something.
advice than that.
Once again, Jaunty, I find myself in your debt. Your advice is sound. I shall do as you say.
And look, if it all goes belly up, you can come back here and kick me arse from here to Hades.
And if it doesn't, and we win the day, I'll be buying you that drink. Even if you are an annoying, half-witted, skull-headed snake.
Flattery'll get you everywhere, Shadow Man. Now be off with you.
Oh, Jaunty. He sure is a thing. Let's see. I do appreciate that he has actually good advice, which is basically Metroidvania more, and then you'll be more awesome, and then kill everything. But there's still a bit more to be done than just that. And I realized, because I recalled from way back when, that there are some Rata drums here that I want to play. But first, there's the matter of all of the things that want to murder me. So first we murder them, then we can go and play the Rata drums. Dear Lord, there's a shit ton of them too. Come on, can you guys just be dead? Alright. Let's equip the... I don't even know what it's called in this game. The Mardu. There we go. Boom. I don't know what that did, and I'm annoyed that I couldn't see it. But I played all three, so therefore I am deserving of all the voodoo that's due to me, which is probably in here. Yeah, I just couldn't see shit. I was kind of hoping there would be a Dark Soul in here, but I'll take a few more heart tanks. Heart pieces. Kick me ass. Jaunty is somewhat hilarious. Alright, well... I also think there was a blood waterfall along this loop that I didn't actually get. I'm kind of tempted just to take the long loop. Oh wait, does this take me back to Jaunty? This is the way back to Jaunty. I don't need to go back to Jaunty. So I recall there being a blood waterfall that I didn't see, that I haven't actually interacted with along this loop. So I'm kind of tempted just to do the loop. There's also like, I don't know, the belly flop thing that's around here somewhere too, but I don't have access to it yet. There's some sort of ground pound ability I get that destroys things on these specific set of sigils on the ground that I don't have access to. have a mental image of Jaunty saying, "No, Michael. No, that was not right. So right." See, that would be a good way to game over. Or die. But the game doesn't do that. You just kind of die and fall over and fall through water. There's like a million things here. This area was not nearly as polluted with critters as it is now. Like, the game is clearly throwing more shit at me because it knows I'm stronger, which does not make me happy. Now, the bright side is when you murder something in an area in this game, unless you reload the area, it stays dead. So we got that going for us. Alright, so here's the thing where I need a belly flop to destroy it. I don't have the belly flop ability yet. Alright, I think there's my blood waterfall. Eat Ratadrum! I am unconvinced that was a good use of my abilities, but it worked out. That's how you bit this when you were young on N64. On that note, it's a race day and you're kind of tired. A race day is in like you ran a 5K, or a race day is in you did the ROM hack race. I think I've been here already. I suspect there was a Dark Soul here. It is no longer here. Curses. Died so many times there was nothing left to die for. It works. It works. Alright, let's see. What was it? Find a Dark Soul. Enter the Lavaducts. Also, I guess there was the Temple of Prophecy. I haven't spent any time there. I don't think so. No, wait, that was... I did spend time there. Never mind. Playrooms, Cageway. 5 Dark Souls in Louisiana? That might not be a bad use of my time. I'm not sure what gate they want me to open here. I feel like that's probably the most important of all the things that they've set forth for me, but it's hard to know where it is. F1 race day in 5 hours and you get to sleep. Ah, okay. Yeah, ROM hack races was earlier today and had a 4 level that I would have raced if I hadn't been attending that all-day brunch. Or really walking to the all-day brunch at that point. It was actually quite good. I made some good progress on my book, and then my mother called. Had a nice chat with her. Was going to try to call on one of my sisters, but she was busy. I will admit that the book has gone a bit off the rails. We've gone from sort of more standard space things to... There is clearly a conspiracy, and unfortunately my entire family is on it. Is in on it. Oh yeah, and that particular conspiracy sold me into slavery, which kind of sucks. But I'm still going to finish it. It's a Heimlin. It's going to be at least decent by the end. It is the nature of those books. Except Number of the Beast. The Number of the Beast I just could not finish. That book was too fucking weird. I have a lot of tolerance for weird sci-fi shit from the 60s, but even then, that book stretched my incredulity. It was too much. It was too much. Alright. Gonna check the floor around here. I'm looking for like more Ratadrums. How did I miss that? Like, Ratadrums are like the clear thing I should be trying because I have access to it and I haven't used them very often. But also, every time I've used them so far, they've led to kind of disappointment. Like, nice things, but not things I really need. Or as Formula One social media staff calls it, Rock Creek. That's weird. Louisiana, DS or easy, 4 out of 5. Yeah, I gave up. Just like Porky Pig, you know when you're beat sometimes. Incredulity, I think, is what I was trying to say, but it's not worth it at the end of it. Number of the Beast is just a weird book. It starts strong. Like, there's a conspiracy to kill some dude, and it's interesting, and they meet at a party, and it's kind of cool. They escape, that's great. But then it gets weird. Like with orgies and incest, and you're like, I thought I was reading a book about sci-fi things involving multiple quantum planes, not that. But it was the 60s, and that's just how it goes. The 60s were weird. That's really the long and short of it. Ra-we-ke. Finally introduced you to the time-traveling international intentional incest at a young age and never returned to him. Indoor grass carpets. I appreciate that he actually has, like, interesting ideas about the future. And his, like, YA stuff is pretty nice, popcorny reads, usually. But, yes, he is weird. I am not even going to begin to defend all of the nonsense. But an awful lot of 60s sci-fi fantasy stuff is weird. Even nowadays, sci-fi fantasy stuff can be weird. But there's usually less of the, like, weird incest, orgy, free love sort of stuff that was going on. Ho! This is of interest. It's this thingy. Throw fire at it! Okay. Throw fire at this too! Yes, I... Throw fire at you! Okay, more fire, please. Problem solved. Read it top down. Oh, Race Week. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, those are terrible. Right, that was where I was. That's not very useful. I hate when people do that kind of thing in graphic design. It's just amazingly bad. Like, really, who proofread this? And the answer, of course, is nobody. Okay, backtrack a little bit. Well, at least we're getting more Cardoos, I guess. I'm curious which book you read, Dick Feynman, because I don't remember any indoor grass fields, I guess. Indoor grass carpets. Out of all of the ones I've read. I remember one of the other ones I read. There was a weird one about a guy who ends up on the wrong side of a war. Like the Martians versus the humans. Martians versus the Terrans or something. I definitely haven't been here. This session. You know what? Fire! Yeah, they all kind of stopped in stunned silence when I yelled fire and nothing happened. Alright, no fire. Alright, where are we at here? Nope. I'm just kind of wandering and hoping something interesting will happen. I doubt it will, but I'm still hoping. Okay, so... Is this where I came from? Nope. I would have remembered a dude yelling at me here, so clearly this is not a place I've been already. Cat Who Walks Through Walls or Sail Beyond the Sunset. Took both at the library at once. I've never actually read The Cat Who Walks Through Walls. It's one of those ones I probably should read, since I know it's one of his more celebrated works. I believe The Cat Who Walks Through Walls is actually related to Number of the Beast in at least a peripheral form. But I'd have to check. Speaking of things, these guys kind of sound like cats. Alright, so I was above this spot earlier. That answers that question as to what the hell that is. The answer is very little. Like, I think in terms of usefulness, this area is almost obsolete until I get the belly flop upgrade. I definitely need the belly flop upgrade. There's no question about that. Jump. And then this should put me where? Put me here, which is where we got started. I have no idea where the coffin gate I actually need is. But dear lord, are they spamming enemies at me now that I can actually, like, shoot them in, like, 3 shots. This room was never full, this full of random crap. Before this session. Okay, I'm making no meaningful progress. What should I be doing? Did say the Louisiana ones were easy. Maybe I should go look for Dark Souls in Louisiana. There's value in that. Like, I need Dark Souls to finish the game. There's no question about that. So finding more Dark Souls isn't a bad idea, regardless of what else comes. I want to check this one more time, because I feel like I've been dumb. Have I actually... I guess I did push this. I pushed this, and I got access to this area. That's what happened. Okay. So I actually did take care of this earlier, and my further attempts to push it have just been fruitless and dumb. Things make more sense now. So... I'm going to take a quick circuit around here. As I mentioned, the coffin gate. There's been a... Oh, wait, actually, what am I doing? I have a map. I want to open... Okay, having thought about this, I don't know where I am. And therefore, the map is not useful. It probably is useful, I just need to figure out where I am first. Alright, so we got these two. Kill little buggers first. Alright, so there's a 3 adjacent to another 3. So if we look at the map, we should see the 2 3s. So I go through the 3, there's a 7. I think that's the thing I need to try out, is that 7. So let's go through the 3. Or actually, oh wait. I think I could just do this. Use baton to stab. Will take me to this fiery area, which I can then... I think I saw a 7 around here somewhere. You know, back when I was more afraid of fire. Try that again. Okay, that's... Probably how I got in here in the first place. That's a 7. I think with that, it should tell me that I have successfully... nope, there's another coffin gate. I don't think I can open either of these yet. This is not worth... May as well try, I guess. Nope. 8 is too many. Let's find out what's behind this coffin gate then. So this is where a 7 is. There's a 7, 8, and a 9 all adjacent. So let's see where that is in the map. I don't see a 7, 8, and a 9 all adjacent. I guess there we go. That's that big room there. So there's a few more 7s that I could go to, I guess, is what it's telling me. Either way, this is a new 7. Let's go through here. Friggin' bugs. Well, definitely haven't been here before. Alright, cool. New area. Overwrought narration time.
I feel as though my powers are almost at their peak. The souls within me burn with a dreadful fire that threatens to consume me. I must exercise the utmost care from here on in, or find myself succumbing to Asylum's dark allure.
Okay, so where am I officially? Asylum Lavaducts. That's where the game wanted me to go. At least one of the places it wanted me to go. There's still coffin gates to open. There's still Dark Souls. But there's 5 here and Teddy Bear War Point. So I feel like this is a place to go regardless. Still unhappy about those stupid little buggers. They're hard to see. Come on. Oh, Jesus, it's already 5 a.m. Alright. Let's find at least one Dark Soul or some other meaningful form of progress here. And I feel we can call that good, even though we didn't accomplish all that much. I guess we killed the Florida man. Something to be said for killing Florida man. How do we get up there? But yeah, I would say this has not been the most successful of Dark Shadow Man streams. There's got to be a handhold somewhere. Or... Actually, let's just equip something that lets me see with fire. A little illumination can't hurt. Can I jump on this? Nope. I mean, that's what happened effectively, is we killed Florida Man. Here we go. Here's how you get in there. Florida Man. Do. Quick check before I do something dumb. Also been a long-ass time since I've saved, which goes to show you how little I've accomplished. Lavaducts! Dumping in the lavaducts. Still get the feeling I'm going to get the ability to phase through these at some point. These little gates, but... maybe not. Axiom Verge gave you kind of a cool ability near the... pretty close to the beginning of the game. We could, like, go through a single tile's worth of wall. It was a very interesting Metroidvania, that game. Very cool theme. Very well done pixel art. It's a good game, honestly. I would recommend Axiom Verge. I'd like to play the second one at some point, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Like, other than games on stream, the only game I've played recently, aside from the occasional, like, puzzle for, in... Weird. In last Call BBS, has been Pizza Tower, so... Haven't accomplished much, but as far as you've seen today, been making steady progress. I mean, the thing is that, like, in this game, we can quantify our progress pretty heavily by what we acquire. You know, the number of souls. And if I compare the number of souls I had last time to this time, I've gotten, like, what, 4 more? 5 more? More or less sort of where I'm at with that, with what I'm thinking here is that I have done what, like 5 sessions of this game, and I definitely don't feel like I've made enough progress in that amount of time. I suppose is where I'm at. It's not a bad thing. It just is. This is a big ass game. Honestly, N64 era, PS1 era, PS2 era, people made really big games. In part because they could afford to, I suppose. And with the amount of ignorance I have towards how to actually beat this game and where everything is and how much stuff there is. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying I wish I'd gotten more done. It also doesn't help that I, was robbed of an hour tonight because of daylight savings time. So it already feels like I've already been awake far too long. Game seems very big. You had no idea? Yeah. N64 games are like 8 to 32 megabytes inside. I feel like that they could be a lot bigger than that. I'm curious what the actual ROM size is. I might look it up. But, like, how to put this? Like, you could define an awful lot of space in this game in a very, very simple way. Like, an awful lot of what we're looking at here is kind of Wolfenstein 3D, or even Doom level of geometry, where it's mostly just straight up and down stuff. And so you can define these quads pretty simply when you get down to it in terms of, like, how much space you can generate out of a very small amount of data. If that makes sense. Now, don't get me wrong, like, the caves and stuff have more complicated geometry, but these areas do not have complicated geometries. You can define these areas very simply if you consider your options. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A ramp. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That ramp. Do it. They weren't much bigger. Okay. Like, I want to say the N64 had the potential to map in a ridiculous amount of data. When everyone says the N64 is a 64-bit system, blah, 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 it had a very large bus. It used full 32-bit addresses and all that. But my understanding is due to the way that the MIPS processor did caching, you had some real serious data problems. But that's just a vague recollection of a couple K's videos, so... Probably not the best evidence. That's that death water again, isn't it? Friggin' death water. Alright, well, I will look that up before we finish stream because I'm curious. But what we know right now is we cannot actually get further, or we can't actually walk in the water, lava, death water. But I feel like the potential for walking in the death water is coming soon. I also feel like I'm dead soon. Yep. Alright, what would be the easiest way to look up the size of that N64 ROM? Probably just go to archive.org and look it up. I don't know, I feel like you can define large areas in 3D space a bit easier than you can in 2D space, but you could do some of the same tricks, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this. Okay, I rotated the room. That's nice. Alright, well, we can see that there are 2 Dark Souls that I can't access from this direction. So I'm going to guess the way this area works is that I'll access it by going through another door. See, you didn't expect me to jump off the ramp now, did you? Not that it helped me. But I'm still pretty sure they didn't expect it. That's locked too. They're trying to kill me up there. I don't think I want to be down here. Not a fruitful venue. Alright, so that was a huge waste of time. Let's go check out the rotated room, I guess. I'm going to guess what I can do now is get on some sort of cage that'll let me go across the lava. Or it moves. Riding the lava circle thing. Getting a free Dark Soul. Conveniently free Dark Soul, I'm not gonna lie. I probably should actually use the weapon that uses ammo at some point. Because I sure as hell ain't been using it. There is not much space to kite this dude. Or his buddy behind him. Well, this is fine. Okay. Come on. There we go. In retrospect, standing around to get life doesn't work when there's someone actively shooting you. But mistakes were made. That. Okay, there's a bypass there. And I think... yeah, that's where the ramp was. Okay, so this is actually where we need to go, is down here. Or not? Is there anything in here? No, just a big empty sphere. Huh. Okay, well, clearly there's got to be some place to go around here. Let's check these shadows a little more carefully. There we go. There's a ramp. We found the ramp. Took some doing, but we found it. Come on, Chainsaw Man. Ah, still got me. A little bit. Come on. Enough pig noises. Pig face, indeed. There we go. Seriously? That didn't do any damage? I want a better weapon in my offhand. I just realized I chose the engineer key, which is like not a weapon. I'll try that one. See what's in here. That works. Like I said, I want a better weapon in my offhand. Someone was shooting me, but I'm not really seeing it. Okay, there's a ramp. Go up the ramp. Into the room full of blood. Into a completely different room. This is not where I expected to end up, but here we go. Jumping puzzle. Nope. I was kind of hoping to... Oh, apparently he doesn't want to grab there. Interesting. Engineer key is not a weapon. Yep. Interesting. Oh, hello. Yeah, I really wanted to stand up here so he couldn't shoot me. Or hit me with the chainsaw. And then I staggered him and didn't actually kill him, so it didn't matter. I am not a fan of the health system in this game. Kind of wondering, I think that with what I see here, I can't actually do more jumping puzzle than I've done. Like, I don't think I can actually make it to this particular thing without grabbing it, and he doesn't want to grab. So I'm just going to keep going and assume that I come in from the top if I want to do that one again. God, I'm sick of chainsaw dudes. There's so many of them. I'm sick of chainsaw dudes. There are so many of them. So many chainsaw dudes. Okay, what's around here? Not a chainsaw dude. That's nice. I appreciate it not being a chainsaw dude. It's a low bar, I'll be frank. But it's not a chainsaw dude, so I'm happy. Is there anything in here? There's verticality, but I can't really jump up that high. There is a dark soul, which makes me think this is a room I want to be in, but I'm not yet certain of how to get a toehold in this area. Grab that. Nope. Grab this. No. This? I could if I had this particular little bit here. It's too far to go, though. So that's not going to work. How about... No. Nope. Looking for any sort of toehold I can do to get into this. I don't see any. I'm going to guess I come in higher up again. Yeah. This particular leg has not been terribly fruitful, unfortunately. Go back through the room full of blood. I think there was another option back here. And it was this room. Hopefully this room proves more fruitful. That's how I got in here. Never mind. Was there another path? Someone's shooting me. That's always good. I can see it. I just can't get to it. Like, maybe I need to be spending more time in here. Like, maybe the jumping puzzle room is actually the place to be. Let's see, maybe? Nope. Bumps into it. No. There are two turning things interconnected by death water. Oh, man. So really what I should do is go back to the turning things. Because I think this area is pretty much a dead end now. But I am fading. Alright, let's go back to the Deathwater room. Yeah, I guess I never actually went to the center of it. There's a lot of things spinning in this room. This level of real-time shadows would have been really impressive back in the N64 days. Can't say if you were in both of them. Oh boy. That is a problem. Yeah, it's very possible I overlooked, like, the most reasonable place to go. Because of the death water. Okay, this is where I came in. I went... Oh, wait. Hold up. That's not the case. I may or may not have come this way. I totally came this way. Okay. There was more space down here. All of which was locked. Okay, that's all crap. I remember now. Need the next tattoo? Oh boy, do I. Sick of death water. Yeah, nothing over here. Unless this is something. Doesn't look like something. Big wheel, keep on turning. No. I have been around the circle now. I am uncertain. Very uncertain. Like, I'm kind of wondering if I should come back in. No, I shouldn't reload. That's a bad idea. Well, if I die, it'll take me back to the teddy bear load spot, which is more or less where I want to be. So, that solves that problem.
Shit.
But it's this room. I feel like there was another path I could have taken back here. Let's take a quick look. Like, before I got too enamored with that one path. Like, clearly this is a spot I haven't been to because this dude's shooting me. I greatly dislike the staggering mechanics of this game. Alright, this is different. Not save, it's been a while since I've saved. Not sure it's actually useful, but it's been a while, so why not? Okay. Lavaduct, check. Bonus heart thingies, check. Moving platforms, sadly, check. What? Okay. I think I found a way to get out of the world if I really felt the need to. Alright, that wasn't the plan, but it works out okay because I can walk in this lava. And I think this is a lava room I've been to before. But I didn't explore it all that well now that I look at it. Go to the engineer key. Did something, not going to tell me what. Probably opened this, if I had to make a guess. Oh no, that's not open, is it? It's open. Some nice things in here. Nothing, like, life-changing. But again, like, we're 29. Heart container thingies. We started very close to 100 previously, so modulo, we're doing alright. Oh, I just walked into a really bad situation. Alright. Reload. Because we were basically right here. Wasn't what I meant to do. But there's a lot of options. A lot of options. So I shouldn't feel too bad about my options here. In the asylum. The horror. The funky horror. Okay, so what value is there in riding these platforms? I guess if I didn't already have the flame walking ability, I would care about that. But I just don't see myself ending up here without the flame walking ability, so that's kind of weird. Am I backtracking all the way to the beginning of the game? Possibly. Let's try the other direction, because why not? There might be something cool if I walk the other direction in this lava. I may have chosen the more complicated path first. Doing the other one might do something. Oh, it's completely blocked off and has nothing to offer me. Except a little bit of health. If I can get to it in time. Which I didn't. Not worth. Not worth at all. Okay. So, what we also discovered, because I got distracted, was that we could use the engineer key here and open up some things. But there's also space over here that we didn't explore. Given what I know, I'm not as enthused about the engineer key. Apparently the engineer key doors. Like, are these actually locked behind the engineer key? Yes. Yes, they were. Completely blocked off and has nothing to offer. Sounds like your ex. Okay. So this other path is full of really badass dudes in a very small corridor. I don't want to go that way yet. Alright, that fight went okay. Except there's another dude shooting me, I don't see him. No, don't shoot the Dark Soul. Shoot the guy behind the Dark Soul. There we go. Just something my nose is stuffed. I'm a little sore throaty. Not like sore throat, but like my throat's a bit dry. Yeah, I went to the brunch party thing and I talked a lot, and I'm kind of running out of steam, to be frank. So. But otherwise, my nose feels fine. I don't think it's... Yeah, it's not really stuffed up. It's this room. I don't care for this room. But I suspect my voice will be a little bit gone tomorrow. It's a thing that happens. It'll come back later, but it'll be gone for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna save because this is a spot where I keep dying. At least I've died once. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, I keep saying it, and I notice it every fucking time. Maybe I just really want to be a dude named Frank. I'm kind of just rushing at them without thought. It's not really doing me any good. But this room is really wide open, and there's 3 dudes who are shooting at me, and I'm not playing it well. Shadow Man always looked so cool as a kid, but you never got to play it. Sound more like a Jebediah. How you doing, Hal? Shadow Man's actually pretty cool. Conveniently, you can buy it on Steam now, or you can always just play it on off of, like, I don't know, N64 emulator nowadays. But it's actually been pretty interesting. It's definitely shows its age a bit, but it's still a pretty cool game. And I do love the levels of 90s edginess and the angst that it displays. That is some of the fun charm to it. Every level you go into, he says a whole bunch of stuff along the lines of just how creepy it is and how he has to resist the temptations of power. Damn it, I walked into that. Still a fun game. I can definitely feel my voice going. Alright, I played that way better this time. Well, somewhat better. I don't know, actually, that was a lot better. Huh. Cool. So many Dark Souls. Powering up your weapon. Yeah, it does actually work. I had my doubts, but apparently it works a lot better than I thought it did. And we've gotten, like, most of the Dark Souls around this circle here, which is kind of amazing. Because, yeah, we opened this. And opened that. I don't think anything else that I can do in this area other than go back up here. But up here is where the circle is. The circle of I don't know what to do with this big circle. Except I just realized I don't know if I ever went through this door. Oh, wait. No, I totally did go through this door. I just went in in another big circle. Yep, another big circle. Never do it and it drives you crazy. I've started doing it more often. I just often spam when I'm actually fighting things, which I will admit is not good. How's this been going? Seems to be a long game. It is a long game. Been making progress, slowly but steadily, but it's a long fucking game. We did manage to defeat Florida Man. I call that a win regardless. So I'm down one of the 5 boss critters. But that's about it. How you doing, Fistbit? Trying to think if there's any other spots here that I want to try to explore right now. Actually, what is the game going to tell me in terms of, like, progression available? Collect the Dark Soul. Alright, so I found most of the stuff here, then. Most of it, at least. Friggin' lava death water rotator thingy. Go down there, it takes me back there. I do that, it takes me back here.
Shit.
Alright, well, as much as I might want to, I think I need to go to bed. As much as I might want to continue, I think I need to go to bed. It's already late o'clock. I don't want to wreck my sleep schedule too much. And we did make 3 hours of progress. Doing alright? What do you need for the last tattoo is level 8? Done alright. Was invited to play in a LoL Clash tournament. Got first. Oh, nice. Week? Oh, I'm tired. It's been a long day, Fries. It was a long brunch. A really long brunch. So. And frankly speaking, I can hear my voice going, and if I want to have any voice tomorrow, I need to do something else. Barb would do 24 hours? He probably would. He probably would. But I'm not Barb. And I don't hurl people into a volcano while Orator plays the bongos. So. I'm also kind of lost in this level. Look at this. This took me up here. Through the lava. In fact, this is just another circle I can take. No, it's not a circle. It takes me to the jumping room. The jumping room is tricky. Go to Tweed. Is it still brunch? That's what they said. That's what Hammer and Associates said, is that it was brunch. I take their word for it, because it definitely was a very long brunch. I believe it started at 10 a.m. and ended at midnight. But that's what it was. Alright, I'm going to save now. I think this is a reasonable place to save in this jumping room. Maybe there's some sort of mechanic I'm missing about how to get up from here. Because I feel like that's a place I could go. I'll try one more time, and then we'll go somewhere else. Something like that jump is makeable. Or maybe I can make this jump? Well, not if I don't jump. Come on, Shadow Man, you can do this! Alright, actually, that was makeable. Alright, alright. This is progress. He won't do this one, I'm pretty sure. Nope. But I think I could make a similar jump over here. Up here. Up here. Grab another heart thingy. I think I need to make another jump across. This is where you make progress. Alright, cool. We'll leave the giant... Oh, wait, is that it? Is there just giant fans? Okay, no, there's more to it than that. Way more to it than that. Okay, cool. This strikes me as a very reasonable place to save, then. On top of the giant bladed fan thingy. We'll call that good.